the small town of Anderlecht not far from Brussels, we can see the magnificent church of St. Guy. The present edifice, one of the most interesting in Belgium, is built on an underground church. In this church lies the holy bones of St. Guy of Anderlecht. Welcome to the Saint of the Day. Today, September 12th, the church celebrates the feast of St. Guy of Anderlecht, also known as Saint Guido, a Belgian Christian known as the Poor Man of Anderlecht. The few facts that we know of him show that he completely demonstrated in his life Christ's concern for the poor and marginalized. St. Guy did not have much earthly possessions, but he was overwhelmed with love and generosity to others. Charged with grace of God, he worked tirelessly at the most menial jobs, and in a short time became a well-known person, as a friend of the poor, in spite of remaining a poor man throughout his life. Although he never joined a particular religious order, St. Guy was visited for spiritual direction by many, and through his model, brought many closer to Christ. Born in Anderlecht, Belgium, a small village outside of Brussels, Guy was brought up and instructed, by poor, but holy parents. Early in life he had a great devotion to our Lord and Holy Mother Mary. This intimate relation with Jesus and Mary made him choose a life that is set apart for the poorest of the poor. Throughout his childhood, he gave away all he had, and spent his days visiting the sick and elderly of the town. Guy came to be recognized as a saint by many. As he grew up, his devotion to Jesus and Mary and his commitment to the poor became the central concerns in his life. He spent hours in prayer each day, rarely sleeping but instead contemplating the Lord. His devotion to Jesus and Mary was noted by a holy priest who asked him to serve the church. He virtually lived in the church, praying, cleaning the church and giving alms to the poor who came to seek his help. However saintly a person may be, he or she is likely to go astray. This happened to Guy also. A rich merchant from Brussels came to him with a business proposal. He urged Guy to be a partner with him, in an enterprise. The merchant suggested that income from it could be used to help the poor. At first sight Guy became enamored of the idea of business and joined him. However, the business failed completely. Guy realized the proposal for business as a way of making money for the poor came from the devil. The fact that he ventured into it for a short time filled him with remorse. In atonement, Guy engaged in severe acts of penance for the remainder of his life, offering all he had to the Lord for his inconstancy. He traveled on pilgrimage, on foot, for 7 years, visiting Rome and then the Holy Land, returning to Belgium and serving as a guide at the holy shrines. In his early 60s he returned to Anderlecht and soon died there of natural causes. People around him started venerating him as a saint. He was buried in Anderlecht, and many miracles were attributed to his intercession at his grave. St. Guy is the patron saint of Anderlecht. His intercession is invoked for cure from epilepsy and rabies.